Hey guys, what's up? It's Alex over at Laser Everything, and today we are going to do 3 different marks on 3 different pieces of slate with the fiber laser. So if you're wondering how to work with slate on your fiber laser, this is the video for you. These marks will work great in a ton of different situations. They could look great standalone on one coaster, or you could do a mix of them to create like a more complicated piece. So that is what we're going to be working on today. So if you want to learn about this, don't go anywhere because we're getting started right now. So we're not going to take too much time with Illustrator today. I'm just going to kind of breeze through this really quick, but we do just want to take a quick measurement and see what our diameter is on our coasters. It's about 93 millimeters. So we're going to go ahead and create an outline for us so that we have it in EZCAD at 93 millimeters. And then we're going to just resize our design to make sure that it's going to fit in that outline. And once that's done, we can just bring it over to EZCAD and we'll get started in EZCAD. Without wasting any more time, here we are in EZCAD. We're just going to import that file that we saved real quick. It's right here, the flower file. And we can Shift C to center that. And we've got 2 of them, so there we go. Shift C to center that. And we're going to ungroup it. And let's cut our outline because we don't want to hatch that, right? And we're going to select all of this and group and hatch. We're going to do the standard hatch. It's 45 degrees and negative 45 degrees, but we're going to do a line space of 0.1. All right, so this is a pretty wide line spacing. They just don't need to be that close together for slate. So make sure that your line spacing has been updated to 0.1, and we'll hit OK. And it's going to go ahead and hatch that up for us. And the first one I'm going to show you is actually not the slate white. This is the simplest one, and it is the, let's see, let's sort by name here. There's a lot of settings. The slate light gray, that's the very first one. We're gonna hit OK. We're at 1000 speed, 80 power, 25 frequency, okay? And we can just paste our outline back in, and let's get our first coaster set up. This mark is entirely in focus, so don't forget to focus and center. So with that done, we're just going to go ahead and paste our artwork back in. And remove our outline. And here we go, F slate light gray, and we can go ahead and mark that right now. And here's our light gray mark, guys, and as you can see, that looks great with the really dark black finished slate there. But I also went ahead and ran it on the other side, on just the raw slate, to show you that you can use this mark on the raw slate side there too, and you're still going to get something that looks really good. So that is a nice look. The nice thing about this slate gray setting is that no matter how deep you go with it, it's still going to be gray. It never really starts to change color, so you can actually add a little depth to it with this pass, and that's going to look great for you. So again, perfect for the black slate finish or the natural slate color. You're still going to get nice contrast either way. So with that done, we will put this slate aside, and let's pop over and go check out our white finish. So let's go do our white finish now. So the awesome thing about the slate white finish is that our settings actually don't change at all. So if we come in here and we take a look at our settings, I like to keep a parameter for it anyway, just in case I'm moving from a different kind of project straight into slate white. I can just select slate white so that it all matches up, right? And you'll see that our settings actually don't change at all. They're the same exact settings. The only thing we need to make sure we do is we're going to actually focus 3 millimeters closer to our material, and that's going to do all the work for us. So as you can see in this short clip I took, I'm just lowering the laser head about 3 millimeters. We're just using our little guide there. 3 millimeters closer and we're good to go. 3 millimeters further away doesn't work. It has to be closer. Not really sure why. I'm here to tell you guys what works. So if you want white, 3 millimeters closer, we'll get a nice bright white mark. So let's go ahead and run this one now, and I'll show you guys what that looks like. So again guys, here's that slate white for you, and you can see it's much more vibrant than the gray. This isn't the best light, but it definitely stands out. It's got better viewing angles, and it is much brighter, especially if you're just looking at them side by side on the desk. I'll actually throw a photo up for you now so that you can really compare the difference. And also, the other place where this mark really shines is when we're working with natural slate. We get much better contrast with this setting with natural slate than we do with the light gray mark. It's just better contrast, it's easier to see. So that's on the natural slate there, and then on the black slate, and you can see it's quite a bit whiter and brighter and easy to see. So you can use these two together for some really cool effects, but they're definitely different marks between this and the light gray there. Just different settings. So you know, use those to your advantage. And we do have one last setting to check out, so we're going to get our last coaster focused and centered. This one is an in focus mark, so focus right back up just like normal, and we'll check out this last setting right now. Okay, so we're ready to pick our last setting out. We did focus back up, okay, so only the white mark. The white mark is the only one that's going to be out of focus. So now with things back in focus and centered up on our third and final slate coaster, we're going to come back into the parameter library and we're just going to pick out Slate Tan, and this is a vastly different setting. This one really is going to hit the coaster super hard in order to get us that kind of cooked tan look. If you keep using this setting over and over and over in multiple passes, it's actually going to kind of glass over as well. So you know, we can definitely take a look at it. I'm going to run probably 2 passes here just to show you kind of like a moderate, and then we will go ahead and compare that to the other 2 marks that we've gotten so far. So with F Slate Tan selected, that's 150, 90, and 45 frequency, right? It's a big jump from where we were. We should get a nice tan mark. So let's go ahead and run this right now. So here's that tan mark, guys, and again, you can see it starts to get a little bit glassy, you know, because we're really starting to cook that. It's a fun different texture, but you could probably reduce that by reducing the power or upping the speed just a little bit without sacrificing your tan color, but I happen to like it. I like mixing it up a little bit. We are losing just a little bit of detail, but not much when we go the tan route, so maybe for some bigger pieces this would be a good option. But yeah, you know, that's really cool. I also wanted to show you again on the, you still get a nice tan mark on the like raw slate. This is a little smaller than I'd probably want to go with this. Let me see if I can just get the focus here. It's a little smaller than I'd probably want to go. But it's tan nonetheless, and it looks great on the raw slate rather than the black finish slate from the other side. So you can use that on both as well. Up on the screen right now, I am just showing you a quick kind of top-down, well-lit view of all 3 of these marks, so that you know kind of like when you might want to use which one. And you know, stuff like that. So on the top here we do have our light gray mark, and then in the bottom left we have the white mark, and in the bottom right we have the tan mark. Now individually these are really cool, but they get super cool when you combine them all together. So we're just going to build one last file. I've got one more raw coaster here, and we're going to combine all 3 of these marks in a custom file that'll give you kind of like a spread of the settings and show you what they could all look like when used together. So here we are with our multicolored file, and we've got a slate light gray at the black, so all of our black is slate white gray. All of our blue is slate white, right, the slate white finish, and all of our red is the slate tan, okay? The one thing we want to make sure we do is we want to actually remove our slate white finish from the equation, because we do need to be defocused for that, don't forget. So we're going to do our tan and our light gray in focus first, and then we'll defocus and add our white in. The other thing I want to mention is just, I had mentioned earlier in the episode, the slate light gray works as gray at any depth. So to differentiate it from the white a little bit, we're going to just go ahead and push that deeper. I've got our loop count set to 10, so that should give us a nice deep gray mark, and that'll help it stand out from the lighter surface white mark as well. So with our light gray and tan marks set up and ready to go, we'll run this Then we're going to defocus 3 millimeters closer and then run the white stuff. So let's hop over to the laser and run this right now. Okay guys, so those first two settings look really good. We just need to focus down. We're going to focus down 3 millimeters. And then we're going to come over here into EZCAD and just paste our blue in. And we're going to take our black and red out because we don't want to run those again defocused. So let's take our black and red out. And now we are going to run just the white finish stuff. So again, we've already got our slate white is in here under blue. If we just move this over a little bit, slate white is set to blue, so that's great. We've got all of our slate white right in here. We're just doing one loop, one pass. Okay, don't get confused by the part number up here. It's just one pass. So let's go ahead and run this now, and then we'll have our finished slate coaster ready to check out. And that's really it, guys. We're just going to take our final piece here. It's covered in just like slate dust. We're just going to wipe it with a clean, dry microfiber cloth and get that all off. And here is the final piece for you. There you go. Let's get like nice and close in on that. So you can see inside our center circles here, we've got our white mark, and then our deep, like kind of light gray mark is in those outer edge pieces, and we've got our tan mark in there doing its thing. It's a really, I think it's a really cool piece overall. It looks really nice, and again, all these settings work on just regular unblackened slate as well. So that's always really nice too. And yeah, so I hope you guys find these settings useful. Somebody, I don't even remember who asked me. Somebody in the Discord asked me if I could do a slate episode, and I thought that was a really good idea. So there's definitely some super cool stuff you can do with these settings, and I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Thank you so much for watching. If you got value out of it, don't forget to hit the like button, let other people know that the content is good, and don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so that you get notified the next time I post a video. If you really, really love the channel and it's the best thing that's ever happened to you, don't forget to check out the Patreon. It's patreon.com/lasereverything, and we get all kinds of crazy awesome value for our subscribers over there on the Patreon, including posts on how to run your business. We've got live streams for Patreon members. We've got instant access to all of my fiber and CO2 laser settings. So if you want to jumpstart your settings collection, that's a great way to do that as well. So tons and tons of value over there. And while you're down there in the description, right next to the link to the Patreon is a link to our Discord, which is our amazing online laser community, literally filled with people who love lasers and love everything that has anything to do with lasers. We share settings and photos of our work and business strategies, and I mean just about everything else you could possibly think of. So if you need help or you want to socialize with people that are into what you're into, check out the Discord as well. But that's all I've got, guys. Thank you so much for watching this episode, and I will see you in the next one.